welcome to this week's Power of. Do you agree with this statement? What messes us up the most in life is our expectation of how it was supposed to be. Do you agree with that? I think in my life that is for sure one of the biggest things that has messed me up is my expectation of how everything was going to be, how perfect everything was going to be. I'm a planner, an organizer. I like to have things a certain way. And when big things in life change and don't go that certain way, oh man, it can mess us up bad. My friend recently told me the story of the poem of A Trip to Holland. Now, I don't know if you've heard this before. I'd never heard of this before. And it's so good. So I wanted to just quickly summarize it for you here. It's the story of a person that was planning to go to Italy. They planned this amazing trip to Italy and they bought all the guidebooks and they learned a new language and they planned out everything they were going to do while they were in Italy. And they were so excited, and finally it was time to go, and they got on the airplane and they flew for so many hours to get there. And when they landed, the flight attendant came to them and said, "We've actually landed in Holland. You're going to have to stay in Holland now. You're not going to Italy." And of course the person was like, "What? No, 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 no. I have been planning my entire life wanting to go to Italy. I've planned for it. I've saved for it. I want to go to Italy. I bought the guidebook because I, mapped out my tour things I was going to do. I've even learned the language. Want to go to Italy." And the flight attendant explains to them, "We realize that, but you're not going to Italy. You're going to Holland. This is the way it is. You're going to need to buy new guidebooks. You're going to need to learn new things, learn a new language, and adapt to the new adventure that you're going to have. It's not going to be the way you had planned or what you thought or what you expected, but it doesn't mean it's going to be worse. It's just going to be different." And of course, the person was so disappointed because it's what they had always wanted, what they'd been looking forward to, what they had expected. And life so often goes like that. What we plan for, what we expect, what we think is going to work out exactly a certain way, pretty much often, most often, doesn't go exactly the way we think. There's dips and bumps and curves and things that life throws at us that we have to adjust to, and we have to, maybe learn something new or retrain our thinking or our mindset. And sometimes we are super disappointed that things don't go exactly the way that we thought they would. It doesn't mean that it's worse. It just means that it's going to be different. But we can make a choice. Are we going to stay in that, I'm so disappointed and I'm so frustrated and angry and upset that things didn't work out exactly the way I expected them to? Are we going to accept that and learn from that and take the actions from that point to move towards our goals? We can focus on what didn't go as planned, or we can focus on the new adventure, the beauty that's now around us. It's our choice. But whatever we choose to focus on is what's going to grow. If we focus on the regret and everything that didn't go perfectly exactly as we had planned, we can get stuck there and become embittered and harsh. Life can be so, so, so hard at times. We're going to go through hurt and disappointments, and things aren't always going to go the way that we had planned. There's actually a scripture where Jesus says, "You will have troubles." So it's promised, it's guaranteed that in life you will have troubles. And it's okay to be upset. When we're hurt and we're disappointed by things that don't go the way that we want them to go, those are real emotions that come up. Emotions that need to be dealt with and felt and walked through. And it's okay to cry or to mourn or to grieve those things and those expectations of what you wanted that didn't go that way. But we can't get stuck there. We each have a choice. So we choose to look at it realistically, grieve it, mourn it, and then move on and live our best life that we can in spite of those circumstances, in spite of things not going exactly the way that we had planned. Of course, there are some things that we're never going to get over. The loss of someone we love or terrible things happening to us. It's not about getting over that thing. It's about realizing that yes, it has happened, and then living the best life that you can beyond that. So you can choose, to stay embittered, frustrated, angry because things didn't go the way you wanted them to go, or you can choose to make the best of it. And this can be in little everyday things. I mean, you don't get the parking spot you wanted, or someone grabs the last pair of your size of jeans that are on sale in the store. Little things, even day in and day out, where most often in a day, everything doesn't go exactly as we had planned. But what do you do about it? Do you just live frustrated and angry that things aren't going the way you want every day? Or do you choose to move on and make the best of it? Whether it's a big thing or a small thing, we choose how we react. And if we're going to allow that to hold us back, or if we're going to choose to continue to move forward in spite of it. So I encourage you, enjoy the beauty of Holland, even though it's not Italy. Even though you've had things that have went drastically different than how you expected them to go, or your expectations have not been met in a certain area, whether it's with yourself or with someone else or a circumstance, learn from that. If you need to grieve from it, and then learn from it and take the action, the step that you need to move on out of that. Don't get stuck there. Don't get embittered there. Take the steps that you need. And sometimes we need to talk to someone, a counselor, someone that can help us with that, whatever it is. But take whatever steps you need to take to lift yourself out of that frustration of not having our expectations met, and use that to help you to learn how to move closer to your goals. What messes us up most in life is our expectations of how things were supposed to be. Things most don't always go the way exactly how we planned them or how we expect them. But that doesn't mean that that needs to stop us from moving forward and living a joyful life, reaching our goals. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your opinion on that? Do you think that is something that messes us up the most in life? Our expectations of how things were supposed to be? So thanks for watching and have an awesome week.